self. And in this higher self, there's an image of perfection, which is forever attempting to express itself in a greater way. When the winner wants to turn their dreams into physical realities, they call on this higher self. Now, generally, when a person doesn't know how to do something, they say they can't do it. The truth is they can. You and I are capable of doing anything. We are God's greatest creation. We're spiritual beings. And as spiritual beings, we're able to do anything at all. All things are possible. Our objective is to figure out how, not whether we're able to or not. To properly deposit your winning image in the treasury of your subconscious mind, it's vitally important that you remember the first law of learning. It's repetition. I have found
Hey Joey, how you doing? Welcome everybody, listen, leave your comments in the comments box. If you're watching on the replay, do reach out, let us know that you're watching, ask us any comments or questions. You know, listen, it's going to be amazing. My name is Mick McQuillan. I'm here with my good friend Joey, and of course we're here on the 16-week challenge, and we're part of the Team Executive Network organization. And of course, we're promoting freedom, health, and lifestyle, which is really important. And of course, like, share, subscribe, click the notification button so you can keep up to date with what we're doing and find out how we're progressing. Joey, say hi.
Hey, good day, everyone. This is Joye Makaunga here from Sydney, Australia. I am so happy and grateful for this opportunity to come alive and, share some ideas and also share our journey, our story, our experience, our failure, our success, our winning, you can name it. I'm from Sydney, Australia, so I'm originally from a small, tiny island in the South Pacific called Tonga. Migrated here 2003. It's about 20 years now in Australia, and I love it. I can't ask for a better country to be build my family, build my life, and also build my career than Australia. So, no disrespect to other country, but I'm grateful for the opportunity to be in this great country, great environment, and also have an opportunity that I could not imagine 20 years ago that I will connect with a lot of people around the world, Canada, United States, German, you name it, including Ireland, my friend Mike. Thank you for having me.
Right, you ready?
I am ready.
All right, brilliant. So obviously, this episode, I think we're on episode 4, and it's Level Up. That video that we watched at the beginning, that's our mentor, one of our mentors, Bob Proctor. And of course, we work closely with his wife, Linda. Bob sadly passed away just a little over a year ago now, I think. But yeah, he's still a mentor. I definitely want to get one of those gold suits. I don't know whether you noticed it. We can have another look at it,
found that the winners are aware of a certain place within. It's referred to as the higher self. And in this higher self, there's an image of perfection, which is forever attempting to express itself in a greater way.
I definitely want one.
When the winner wants to turn their dreams into physical realities, they call on this higher self. Now, generally, when a person doesn't know how to do something, they say they can't do it. The truth is they can.
Definitely
you and I are capable of doing anything.
This video is really interesting, and you can find the clip,
we're spiritual
on
beings.
Freedom, Health, and
Lifestyle
FHL,
we're able to dash
life changing YouTube channel. There's a lot of videos there. There's a Bob Proctor playlist as well, which I think is public, which you can actually go through. Lots of winning image in the treasury of your
subconscious mind. It's vitally important that you remember the first law of learning. It's repetition. I have found that the winners are aware.
It's mad. And of course, there's another video that I've got with Bob as well. So, he's quite an inspiration, Bob, right? And of course, when Linda first got involved in, network marketing maybe more than 30 years ago, I know we're not necessarily here to talk about that, but I want to touch on Team Executive Network. And I've got their website here. And of course, you can have a quick look. And of course, like anybody can go here to find out more about what Joey and I are doing. And of course, we have a very simple philosophy, basically, that we believe in you. We believe you can have it all, and of course, our job is to help you get that. Now, right now, what we're talking about is we're talking about freedom, health, and lifestyle. We're talking about the 16-week challenge. And this is about getting in the best shape that you've been in a decade, And of course, maybe you don't believe that you can do it. Maybe you've done things before in the past and they just haven't worked for you. And that's fine. It's because you didn't work it. You've got to accept responsibility for that. Right, Joey?
Absolutely. It's all about believing. And I think that's the core value that we live with our team executive network. And now we believe in the people that we work with. We believe in the people that they're looking for better way in life. We believe in people that they want to look after their health and fitness and wellness. So we believe in people that they need more in life, need to do something better for themselves, for their family, their loved ones, and also the people that they will come in contact with. It's all about believing. And I believe what Bob said before, and I shared with you before we start. We are God's highest form of creation. That's based on my belief, and from my background, and I respect all belief and background. But I believe, everyone that I come in contact with, when I start the conversation with them and found out what they want in life, I start to create and build belief. And I hope that when I come in contact, they will believe in my vision and my values and my desire to help people out there. So thank you.
No, you're absolutely right. I was actually flicking through one of my journals actually, and earlier on, just this morning, and the last note that I made. This is from the the Germany event not that long ago, a couple of months back. And of course, I was listening to Alina, and she was saying, share your vision, share your passion. And that's so important, right? And of course, we have a vision. And that vision is, just as you described, is to help more people, help as many people as we can, to achieve their goals, whatever their goals are. But in order to understand that, we need to know what it is that you want. And of course, this episode is really about, to level up, to get on a new frequency. To start believing in yourself, believing that you can do it, believing that you can have it, because you can. And right now we're just talking about weight. Now, listen, I can tell you, I had the shittest week, right? When it comes to, the 16-week challenge. I was talking to you one day and it was 3:00 in the afternoon for you. You're like 9 hours ahead of me. I was up at like 5 in the morning on the road. I was driving around, like talk about impacting my week just from life getting in the way, things getting in the way from, moving me in a direction that I want to go in. But of course, it's again about resetting. And of course, I did that because I was driving around. I was kind of distracted all week. And I thought, I've got to plug into something, something that's going to put me back on track. And, I got this little clip. I was listening to Bob again. I'll play it for you now, Joe, so you can see. Let me see.
It's so basic and so misunderstood. Your mind and thoughts must be focused on the same frequency as your goal. Must be. You got to make a committed decision. You're going to have to do it regardless. Doesn't matter whether you have any money. It doesn't matter what state you're in. Doesn't matter what she's going to say. This is your life. You must never let anyone, your husband, your wife, your mother, your father, you let no one decide for you. It's your life. It's so basic.
That just kind of smacked me, right? That little clip, because I was listening to it and I just thought, why am I letting my environment dictate what happens for me and to me? I'm in control of what I think and what I feel. I'm in total control of that. Why do I let the outside environment, penetrate me and then make me feel a certain way? But it doesn't. It's me that makes me feel a certain way, right? And, I can choose to react to something, or I can choose to respond to it in a different kind of way. And look, if you're watching this, say hi, reach out in the comments, ask us any questions you've got. And just by the way, I haven't been terribly sunburned. I've got to get my lights sorted out in here, right? Because I just look so weird.
It's all good. It's all good.
Oh, brilliant. So how was your week, Joe?
My week was, it's named after the challenge. It was a challenge week too, and I'm glad you say your one too, because but this is what I learned, Mike. When I make the decision, we come together and we talk about this journey together, you and me. We make the decision that we're gonna do this all the way together, and I faced the challenge, but at the same time, I felt the growth within me, and also the people that surround me. I can start to see the impact in my life, the way I show up, the way my poster, the way I dress, the way I look, the way I commit to people invitation. So it's not only impact my health and wellness, but it impact the other area in my life. And I tell you what, a funny thing that I did this week. You know how in the first week when we start, I lost 2 kilos when I weighed myself. You know what I did for my scale now? I hide it. I chucked the scale in the garage because I think our life, it's like when we cook something in the microwave. Let's say it's a popcorn, and and most of us, we put the popcorn in, then the microwave on, and then after 2 seconds we just open up to see if there is a popcorn coming up, but it's none. So it's applied the same principle to my life. Sometimes you just give some time and focus on the process, focus on what you want to achieve in life, and you will surprise, the result will show up. So instead of me checking myself every day on the scale, I realize it's so discouraging when you look at yourself tomorrow and there's nothing changed. So I said to myself, this is like parenting. When a baby come along, you can't really see the change in the baby every day because you spend time with the baby. But when you let some time and refocus on your parenting, feed the baby with the right nutrition and stuff like that, make sure you look after them, and you went away, you come back, you see the change. They grow very quickly.
Good one. Yeah, I like that. But again, exactly what you're saying, repetition is the key, right? To
Absolutely.
repeat that process. And, if it's working, great. But if what you're repeating is not working, you need to change what you're doing. And that's what this is about. This is about changing, what you're doing, changing the way that you're thinking first. Because, the truth is, like, you were saying earlier on that, we're spiritual beings, right? And we're created in a sense, right? We've got that God spark within us. Okay. And, I think that you get what you think about, right? If you think you're fat, you're going to think and feel fat. You're going to feel sluggish. You're going to, but if you think and feel, if you've got that slim feeling, you're going to be doing things that are maybe going to nurture, towards, being that way or feeling that way. But most of us don't understand that we get what we think about, whether it's good or bad. If you're thinking bad things, you're going to get more bad stuff happen in your life. If you say to yourself, Joe, God, I'm always so unlucky, you're always going to be unlucky. Everything that you see or think is going to manifest. And people, I don't think everybody understands that what we think about shapes our reality. The reality of our environment, the reality of our world. In fact, everything that you have in your life right now, you have it because you thought about it and then you decided to get it. It's really no more complicated than that. So if you can apply that on a much, much grander scale, and unshackle yourself from your limited thinking or your limited belief about yourself, level up, think about what it is that you want, and then go after it. There's nothing to stop you from getting it. Nothing, no one, only you. Right? So me making excuses about what a shit week I had is just a bad idea. I just need to get on with it. Go on,
Absolutely. And it's funny because when you share, Bob's voice coming up and you just play that part. He said it's so basic but misunderstood. That's a good thing when we're doing this. I take note. I always learning new things. while conversation or meeting peoples. And that's a good thing. We're doing this at the same time. I'm growing. I'm learning new things. You put up a post of Bob saying something that would remind us of the decision that we make. Why are we doing this? Because that will help us refocus and bring back our mind to stay on the course. Stay on the course. Because if we want to see the result, we have to refocus, stay on the course, do the work, be in present, and keep going, keep moving forward.
Yeah, it's true. Sometimes we focus too far ahead. Yes, absolutely. You still want to focus on the things that you want. You want to focus on actually having them in your life, living it as if you have already have it. Like when one of the biggest challenges, I think, certainly for me, early on, when you look at yourself in the mirror, you're brushing your teeth, and you look at yourself in the mirror and you're thinking, and maybe you don't always like the person that you see, and, I think so. A good exercise for anybody to do to find out if you like yourself or not, or how you feel about yourself, is to look at yourself in the mirror and give yourself a big smile and listen for that voice in your head that, says, what are you smiling about? You've got nothing to smile about. And then what you want to do is you want to throw that voice away, get rid of it, because it doesn't help you. It does not support you, and, you've got to, I personally have spent so much time trying to change the way that I think to change my outcomes, to change what it is that I want. Even if a problem comes up, outside of my control, something happens, how do I want to think about that? I can think, oh my God, the world is ending. Oh my God, it's so bad. What am I going to do? But that doesn't serve me at all. I've got to think about that problem and think about, what outcome do I want from it? What is the best outcome that I can get from this, and then focus on that. And most of the time, I'll be honest with you, Joe, this is absolutely true. Sometimes problems come up, and you know what? They just go away all by themselves. They don't even happen. Most of the time, people are worrying about stuff that's never even going to happen, right? I would encourage anybody just to focus on what it is. So, look, with the, we want you to join the IsaBody Challenge with us. Joey and I want you to join with us, right? And get involved, get started on the 30-day reset, right? But we want you to get involved with us so that you can think about looking better, feeling better, moving better, and of course, eating better, all focused on moving you in the direction that you want to go in. And of course, doing this with Team Executive Network, where you're in an environment where you're supported by people who are doing the same thing as you. They're just a little bit further down the path than you. And they can show you the way. They can show you what works. They can show you what doesn't work, what they've already tried before. So you can avoid making those same kind of mistakes, right? Because we all make mistakes. We all have failures. Like all my success is piled up on top of failure. Every bit of success that I have is piled up on stacks of failure, And I heard an interesting thing the other day. To fail is the first attempt in learning, and that's what it is. It's like we all sometimes don't get things right, but then it's about looking at what you can do differently, how you can come at it differently. My dog is great at this. If my dog does not get the outcome that he wants, do you know what he does? He changes his position. If I've got a packet of biscuits or I'm eating something or something like this, my dog Joey, right, comes up and he sits in front of me, looking at me, and I kind of maybe turn away, right? And he doesn't stay there. He moves around here. And he keeps moving around until he gets the outcome that he wants, which is a bit of biscuit or whatever it is. And to be honest, you can learn a lot from watching your dog. If you ever notice, the first thing they do when they get up is they stretch. Right? It's the first thing that they do. Yeah. And to be honest, even just getting up and stretching, it kind of activates your body. It just activates it. It kind of lets your brain know, right, we're gonna be moving around now, right? And you can actually just instantly feel more energetic. So if you don't have any energy, if you're sitting there thinking, I've got no energy, get up and start stretching, right? And see what happens. Instantly, you'll start to feel more alive, right? Try it.
It's the small thing, Mike. I think it's the small thing that will make the big change in our life. And, we try to do massive big things in life and didn't work out, and we just give up. And I noticed that I'm a regular person in the gym, and I noticed there's a lot of people, they come consistently for 1 week, and they do try to lift heavy weight, and they got injury, and I never seen them for a while. But one thing that always come to terms for me is, if you want to make a decision about your life, your career, your ambition, work on yourself first, work on your mindset first, because when this one in the right direction, you will still face failure, temptation, and stuff like that. But when this one is right on the goals and what you really want in life, it something within you still craving, I'm gonna keep going no matter what. I'm gonna keep going until I achieve what I want in life.
It's true. It's true. And I think anybody watching, whether you're watching live or whether you're watching on the replay, any success that you've had, you made a committed decision that that's what you wanted, right? That's what you did. You just made a decision, you decided, and you weren't going to let anybody tell you otherwise, right? You just did it. And even if you were doing it in secret, like, I'll be honest with you, when I first got involved, in this, I wanted to do it in secret, Joey, so no one would know if I failed again, right? Where's the accountability there? Where's my own personal accountability? There isn't. I'm setting myself up and giving myself an exit, so that I can kind of like sneak away and no one would know, that no one would know I'd even tried. And, I suppose, why is that? Because maybe I was scared. Maybe I was scared that, that if I did it and failed, that people would judge me, and, and maybe I didn't want other people to know. The truth is, it doesn't matter. It's me that knows. It doesn't matter what anybody else thinks. It's what I think about me, And if I don't have, that self-belief in myself, or that confidence in myself that I can achieve what I'm setting out to achieve, well, then I'm never going to get there. I'm never going to get there. I have to believe in me first, right? I have to believe that I can do it. Now, the truth is, anybody who gets involved with us, maybe we believe in them a little more than they believe in themselves at the beginning. Yeah. But our job is to work with them and help that person, support them, encourage them until they believe in themselves, until they can see the results for themselves, until they can see it happening for themselves, until they look in that mirror and they start to like the person that they see in the mirror, and they believe in themselves. Lots of people get smacked down so much that they think that, that's the way it is. It doesn't have to be like that. It really doesn't. And you can just make a decision right now today. And we're going to encourage you to make a decision today and join us. Get in touch, reach out. In fact, to be honest, look, if there's something that you want to do that's going to move you in a direction that you want to be in a better, healthy way, and have better free, more freedom, more health, more lifestyle, whatever it is, I'm going to recommend that you go to the links in the description, download your Freedom, Health and Lifestyle goal sheet. Let's have a look where it is. This is what it looks like. And of course, you can fill this out, send it off to Joey. Joey's email, the link again is in the description. But again, I think I have it here somewhere. Let me see. Yeah, so you can literally just email Joey, fill out your form. Let me see if I can make this full screen here just to make it easier to read. And basically, all you're going to do is you're just going to, think about what it is, where you are now, right? There's no point in thinking, I want to be like this until you understand where you are. So you need to know where you're at, right? And then you need to know where you want to be. And then that difference in the middle, that's what we're going to try and, lose, right? That's what we're going to get rid of. That may be that you want to gain weight, and that's okay too. If you're looking to increase muscle mass, we've got experts that can help you with that. The likes of Megan Lichtenhagen, Coach Omar. There's loads of other people here in this organization that can really, really help, people get to where they want to be. So, but again, describe what you've done in the past to manage your weight and energy. And of course, let us know, why didn't it work for you? What happened? Why didn't it work? And then what we want is 5 reasons, as to why you want to do this. Now, personally for me, I think that you need to be attaching this. You need to have a very, very strong reason why you're doing it. Maybe it's a health reason, maybe it's I like to tie things to events, right? So, over the next 16 weeks, there's going to be events that you're going to. Maybe, we've got Christmas coming up. Maybe, certainly if you're in the States, we've got Thanksgiving and all these different things that are happening. We've got Halloween coming up. Maybe you're going to a party. Maybe you're going to a wedding. Maybe you're going to, some event. Maybe it's a business event, and you're going to be seeing maybe people that you haven't seen in a while. Maybe you're going to be seeing friends and family or whatever else, and you just want to go there looking the best that you've looked and feeling the best that you've felt in a decade. And when people see you, they're going to go, wow, Joey, you look amazing. What have you been doing? Right? And that's what we want. Who doesn't want to feel like that? Right? Who doesn't want to be welcomed like that? Where someone says to you, oh my God, you look amazing. To be honest, I met somebody yesterday, haven't seen them for a while. And she's not Irish. So her English is sometimes a little bit off. And she says to me, oh, you've got smaller. I said, I've not got smaller. I'm standing down here. You're standing up there. She says, I don't mean smaller that way. I mean smaller that way. Right? That made me feel good. And I was telling her a little bit what I was doing. I was saying, hey, listen, you could do it too if you want. So, but look, it should be a fun thing to do, but you've got to have a reason why. A reason why you're doing it is so important. And I don't care whether your reason is, to be honest, it doesn't matter to me what your reason is. You just have to have a strong reason why. And if you're not doing it, it's because your reason why isn't strong enough, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I love how you touch base on the decision that we have to make, and it's a committed decision. I remember Bob used to share with us and encourage us that the only precondition of doing what we or why it's is do you really want it? Do you really want it? And like you say, if you have a wedding coming up, soon, and you want to look slim, nice, toned, and more happier, you have to make the decision that you really want that nice body, slim body. And it's same with other area in your life. If you want to have a more healthy outlook in life, apart from what your current situation is, you have to make a decision. You have to make a decision, because that's the only condition that you are going to do to what your goal is. First, make a committed decision, and you and I make that committed decision, and we're going to see the result. And I think we'll look back after this 16-week journey and challenging and said, man, we're glad we make it. We did it, because the rewarding was so good. We look good, feel good, we eat good, and we make impact and influence other people in our journey too.
Yeah, no, totally agree, Joe. Totally agree. And look, I suppose, sometimes I remember growing up, right? And I was only young. I was only like maybe 10 or 11 or something like that. And I remember getting this watch for Christmas. It was like a Timex watch, and it had like this silver wristband, and it glowed in the dark and everything else. It was just like a regular analog watch. And I was out playing with my friends, and my mum said to me, be home by 8 o'clock, right? So I was late. So I kind of wound my watch back. So it was like 10 to 8, right? And then as I'm walking home, I'm saying to myself, oh, I'm rehearsing in my mind, my mum saying, oh, you're late. And me saying, oh, no, it's only 10 to 8. I'm early. So, oh, no, maybe my watch stopped. Oh, damn, I forgot to wind it up and everything else. I was completely lying to myself, right? And sometimes you can actually change your mind by telling yourself, if you don't believe that you can look and feel the way you want to look and feel, maybe you need to lie to yourself. Maybe you need to convince yourself. Maybe you need to lie to yourself. Tell yourself over and over again that, I'm so happy and grateful now, that I'm at my ideal weight. I look the best that I've looked in a decade. My hair, my skin, whatever it is, and convince yourself that it's true and watch it manifest from the inside out, right? Because that's the way it works, right?
Yep. It's all come from inside. The change that we try to achieve in life, it's within us. We just need to bring that change out. And I remember, one of my mentor, Eric Worre, he said, whatever you do in life, the change, you can't really see the change because it's internally. For me, Mike, and also the people that are watching this, maybe or replay, when you make the committed decision to do something in life, the change already start to coming out within you. So you work on it daily, whatever week you give them, one day it will show up. I was not look like this. I was not confident like this. My poster was not like this before. But then I slowly, when I make the decision, I'm going to get better on my health. I'm going to get better on my, talking to people, my English. This, English is my second language, but now I can talk.
Stop showing off. Stop showing off, Joey.
So, yeah.
You're exactly right. That's exactly what we're talking about. We're talking about leveling up, right? And of course, I was listening to, that video where Bob was talking about being so basic, the earlier part of that video, and anybody can go and watch that video. If you go to the Freedom, Health and Lifestyle, FHL-Life Changing YouTube channel, go to the clips, you'll see that clip. You can watch the whole video there. But that first part of that was talking about, getting on the frequency, getting on, and what you're talking about, because you saw it first in your mind. You saw it first in your mind, what you wanted. And then, you made the committed decision. You started deciding. Before that, you're on a lower frequency. You're down, you're somewhere beneath that. But once you make that committed decision, you change your frequency, you get onto the frequency of that goal, and you start moving there. And, so I want to just encourage anybody who's watching this or listening to this, you have the power within you to change your mind and then ultimately change your life, change your lifestyle, and it just means doing things a little bit differently, changing some habits, moving yourself in a direction that you want to go in, not going with the flow. Dead fish go with the flow, right? In fact, fish swim upstream. They're going against the current, not with it. So I want to encourage you that you can do anything that you want to do, anything. Now, got to be practical about it, could I be a Formula One racing driver? Probably not. I'm probably a little bit too old for that. But could I probably, if I had enough money, could I arrange to drive in a Formula One car? Probably. I just need to make the money, right?
Yeah.
That's it. So I could do anything, So I was going to say maybe I could be an astronaut. Well, I could do. If William Shatner can go into low Earth orbit, I could probably do that too. Again, you just need to find the opportunities to do that, right? Anything is possible for anybody. You've just got to be open, and you've got to notice the opportunities when they come along. Is this an opportunity for somebody to change their life, to make a committed decision, to get involved with an organization of people that are willing to help you move in a direction that you want to go in? Whether you're looking for freedom from your job, whether you're looking for better health, whether it be physical health, mental health, financial health, whether it be lifestyle, building a new lifestyle filled with purpose, to help other people around you, to serve. Heather King, good friend of ours, she says, to shine in your service to others. And really that's what it's about. The more people that you can help get what they want, you're going to get what you want, right?
Absolutely. And I like how you mentioned about the frequency. Now, you and I are both students of Bob Proctor. I think there's an opportunity here to for us to share that what we learned so far with
sure.
Bob guidance. So I want to hold your rope and just want to share with the people, frequency. What Mike talk about, when we have a frequency, like for example, our goal, let's say we want to have a good toned body, and it's up there, but our current frequency is below here. So to get there, you have to attain your frequency up there, so you can work on that frequency. So that's where your goal is. And Bob used the FM and the AM frequency. So if you are on an AM frequency, but you want to be to listen to the FM frequency or whatever radio on that frequency, you can't listen from here. You have to change your frequency to FM frequency so you can listen to whatever you want in life. And it's the same principle that apply for our changing. Whatever we want to achieve in life, we have to make a decision that we're going to change. So, Jim Rohn come in. For things to change, we have to change from AM to FM. We have to change from unhealthy lifestyle to healthy lifestyle. It is easy? No. It is frustrating? Yes. But can you get there? Absolutely. Everyone, and like you're talking about, anyone can achieve whatever they want in life if they're willing and make a committed decision to get whatever they want in life. So yeah, that's my touch base on that one. And thank you for allowing me. And I think that is a joy in me knowing one of our goal in our professional or in our journey is to educate people to understand. Because like Bob said, a lot of things that we learn in life, it's so basic but still misunderstanding. So it's our job, you and I have that awareness, and also because we've been blessed with the gift to learn under Bob self-development program. Now we have an opportunity to educate and to make people understand. So,
Joey, you've actually nailed it. You've nailed it right on the head, because this is a personal development program with a lifestyle plan attached, right? Now it could be a personal development program with a business plan attached too. It could be both of those things at the same time. And you're absolutely right. It's simple. It's really, really simple, but it's not easy. It does take a committed decision, and then the persistence and determination to follow through on that decision, even when you don't want to. And this is right. This is why my first rule, rule number 1, eat what you want whenever you like, in the understanding that's either going to move you closer or further from your goal, right? The truth is the next 16 weeks are going to come and they're going to pass. They are going to go. Every day you're going to be eating things, and of course, if you can't change that vision in your mind or convince yourself how you want to look and feel by the end of these 16 weeks, all you're going to do is get there and be exactly who you are today, right? If you're watching this, it's maybe because this is an opportunity for you to change something right now, right? To change something right now, move in a direction that you want to go in, regardless of other people, regardless of the environment. Listen, I just want to go back to this basic video, right? So we can watch this again, because maybe if someone's just joining or getting somewhere or just coming in late, they might find this interesting. And again, the link for this is on the FHL-Life Changing YouTube channel. You can find this clip here. Let me see if I can.
Focused on the same frequency as your goal.
Don't know what I'm doing. Hold on, Joe. Hold on.
It's so basic and so misunderstood.
Yeah.
Your mind and thoughts must be focused on the same frequency as your goal. Must be. You got to make a committed decision. You're going to have to do it regardless. Doesn't matter whether you have any money. It doesn't matter what state you're in. Doesn't matter what she's going to say. This is your life. You must never let anyone, your husband, your wife, your mother, your father, you let no one decide for you. It's your life. This is so basic and so misunderstood. Your mind and thoughts.
Yeah, to be honest, it's definitely worth just letting that play and looping that. Something like that, when you wake up first thing in the morning, playing something like that, just a 50-second clip, just to remind you that it's your life, that you decide, you make those decisions, right? And you decide how your day is going to turn out. Yeah, there's going to be obstacles that get thrown at you. There's going to be, some mud being slung at you. There's going to be all kinds of different things that are going to happen. But you decide how you deal with it, right? You decide how you how you deal with those challenges. To be honest, if you're anything like me, you know, to be honest, I think you probably are a little bit, you know, sometimes you just eat stuff for the sake of eating stuff. You know, you do stuff, you know, you choose not to exercise. I don't know whether I told you the story before, but I remember going to the gym years ago. Did I tell you this last week about how the personal trainer tried to kill me? Right? Did I tell you this story?
You can tell it again.
Did I tell you? I swear to God. He tried to kill me. You know, he put me through my paces, and you know, like I hadn't been in the gym in a long time. Like when I was younger, I used to play a lot of sports and everything else. And of course, I worked in construction, so I was very fit, right? You know, I was, you know, I had no problem taking my shirt off, let's say, right? And when I moved through the managerial ranks in construction, you know, my eating habits didn't really change, because at that time I could eat whatever I wanted. It didn't really matter, because I was, you know, doing so much moving around, whether it be at work or whether it be during sports. And of course, when I moved into management, you know, I was literally just driving around, sitting behind a desk, but I was still eating all the same old stuff. You know, I wasn't playing much sports anymore, but I didn't change my lifestyle. I didn't change my habits as my lifestyle changed, you know? And so I decided I'm going to go to the gym, right? I'm going to sign up, go to the gym. And I'd not really kind of worked out maybe 3 or 4 years. I'd done anything, but I still felt strong. Do you know what I mean? But I piled on lots and lots of weight. And so I went to the gym, and the guy had me on the running machine. God, my shins, I must have had shin splints or something. They were so painful, you know, and he had me, you know, using the weights and everything else. I was in the gym for a couple of hours. And this was like just I don't know whether it was an assessment, right? To then build this program for me. And the next day, I was like flat out, could barely get out of bed, I could barely move, right? Honest to God. So what happened, right? The next time I thought, oh, I've got to go to the gym, my mind was like, pain. No. You don't want to go to the gym. The gym means pain, right? And that's the way I was thinking. Honest to God, I was thinking like that. I was thinking, oh my God, yeah, I don't want to go to the gym because he's going to hurt me. I won't be able to move tomorrow, right? So I never went back to the gym. Yeah, and that's what happens. So there's only 2 things that move you in life: pain or pleasure. You know, you're going to do stuff for pleasure, or you're going to do stuff to avoid pain, right? If the situation that people are finding themselves in, if you're watching this and you know, and you find yourself in a position where you're doing things to avoid pain, or you're doing things for pleasure, sometimes doing things for pleasure can be painful too. Do you know what I mean? So, you know, you need to make some decisions of how you want to live your life. What is it that you want from your life? Is it going to be painful to change? Could be painful to change, right? But what is the outcome that you're looking for? Will that outcome give you pleasure? You know, if you want to shed some weight, you know, get more energy, whatever it is, how would you feel if you did this with Joey, with me and Joey? How would you feel, right? How would you feel if you did this, and in 16 weeks from now, you're in the best shape that you've been in a decade, or maybe even more? You know, you feel the best. Your thinking is completely changed. Your horizon looks so much brighter. You know, you actually like the person looking in the mirror. Is that a better outcome from where you are right now? Because if it is, you need to get in touch. And to do that, what you want to do is you want to download the goal sheet. The links are in the description, okay? And then what you need to do is you need to claim your free one-on-one consultation with either Joey or myself. And again, the links are in the description. Just fill out your goal sheet, email it to Joey, email it to me, and we'll reach out and we'll have a phone call, right? We want to get to know you first, right? We want to work with people that want to work with us, don't we, Joey?
Absolutely.
People, you know, on a scale of 1 to 10, if you're looking at this, you know, look, and you can tell me to piss off if you like. I don't care, right? I really don't. But if on a scale of 1 to 10, with 1 being, hey, listen, I like you guys, but you know, I'm not interested. That being 1, and 10 being, I'm ready right now. I'm ready to change something right now. The truth is, for me, I don't know whether it's the same for you, Joey, but I only work with 9s and 10s. because 9s and 10s get it done. They're ready right now. So if you're ready to get it done, this is Joey's catchphrase, by the way. Everybody knows this. But
Get
if
it
you're
done.
ready, well, we're here and we're ready to work with you, right?
Yeah.
So listen, I'm excited, Joey. I don't know about you.
Yeah, likewise, Mike. I think something reflect back to me while you were sharing, because from my military background, the first 2 weeks that I was in the camp to become a soldier, that's the challenge, the most challenging time in my training. And they did that on purpose, because they want to put you under a lot of pressure, under a lot of stress, just to make sure that you are prepared for what comes. So when like I said before, when we make a decision to make a change in our life, the world will against us. We're gonna face a lot of challenge, and we did this 16 challenge on a purpose, because we want to become comfortable with uncomfortable, because that's when we learn we are growing. And I experienced it. The first 2 weeks I was there, it was the hardest thing. A lot of things come to my mind, whether this is the best decision at 42 to join the army. And I always think back on my family, whether I left them behind and I joined this to do this and do this. But after the 2 weeks, I can see the growth. I learned new skill. I met a lot of people. I built teamwork. I tried something that I never could imagine in my life that I try in life. But it will be challenging. But this is what it always give me the joy and the hope. That's the right way. The challenge will come, but the rewarding will be much sweeter than the challenge. And I know what we're doing now, progressing through week 3, week 4. It's we face challenge every day, but it will getting better. And when we get to the last day, I think we'll look back and we rewrite our journey, and we high five to each other, knowing glad we did this, because we never give up. We know there will be a challenge, temptation, and also those adversary in our journey, but we keep going because the price is too good. The rewarding is too good. Not only for personal development, our mindset, our relationship, our health, our outlook, our poster will be, the rewarding is the things that we after, because we know with growth, challenge have to come. And we have to face the challenge. We have to chase wake up in the morning, go to the gym or go for a walk, go for running, eat well, discipline, because after those challenges, there will be a rewarding. And our training and our encouragement, we want people to chase that rewarding. When you face challenge, do something about your life, about your health, about your well-being. Something will come after, and that rewarding, we need to share with you all.
Yeah, no, Joey, you're so right. No, it's good to connect with you and listen to the things that you say, because you are an inspirational guy. There's no doubt about it, and you're helping a lot of people and making a difference in their lives. And it is life can be challenging, right? But there's no doubt over these next 16 weeks, we are choosing to design our life in a particular way, right? We're making choices. We're choosing to be here. We're committing to be here. And of course, we're expressing an opinion to help other people, that we want to help other people. We're here to help. We're here to shine in our service to others, as Heather says. And of course, but those, but people, anybody, if you can choose right now, it's just a simple decision. And we want you to make a decision, even if that decision is no, I don't want to change. I want to stay the same. I want to be a miserable. I don't want to swear because I don't want to I'm trying to be friendly, right? But I just want to be miserable and unhappy. Fine. This is not the right group for you, right? We're looking for people that want to make a difference in their own lives, and that difference that they make in their life can impact other people's lives around them. Because when someone can see the change in you, maybe you're going to inspire that person, to want to change too, to want to move in a direction that they want to go in. The truth is, by myself, I'm just one person. I might not be that brave. To be honest, I think I'm a pretty brave person. I've got a lot of courage. I'm quite happy to get myself in trouble, right? For the right things. But by myself, I can be like that. But with you by my side and with other people by my side, I'm 200 times stronger. I'm far more powerful, and that's what this is about. This is about, bringing people together to move, in a direction, what do they call it? The wellness revolution. People everywhere want to look and feel better, and I want to encourage you, to kick off your 16-week challenge. Reach out to Joey or reach out to myself, download the Freedom, Health and Lifestyle goal sheet. The links are in the description. Fill it out. Be honest with yourself. Be totally honest with yourself. It's really important that you understand where you're at so that you can get the help that you need to move you in a direction that you want to go in. Now, listen, anybody can do, look, you're not going to be, if you make a decision that you're going to swim across the channel, and you only swim 90% of the way, you're going to drown, right? Certainly if you're by yourself, what you need is somebody by your side. And maybe they're in a boat, right? Maybe they can throw you a life ring or something like that, and you can tread water for a little bit before moving on again. That's fine. That's okay. It doesn't matter. Maybe if it doesn't take you 16 weeks, maybe it takes you 20 weeks, or maybe it takes you 40 weeks. I don't care. That what's important is to get to where you want to be, to set a goal and work towards it every day. Is it going to be easy? No. It's simple, but it takes you following the system. You've got to follow a plan. We've got a plan. A great plan that anybody can follow. And if you follow the plan 100%, what kind of results can you expect to get? Good ones, right? Because you're following a system. It's no more complicated than that. So, Joey, let people know where they can find you. Let me just pull up that.
Yeah, people can find myself. I got an email. My email is joyunga32@gmail.com. I also have a website with Isagenix, the company that we partner with in health and wellness. And also, I got my link tree at the bottom there on the screen. So feel free to check me out. Feel free to reach out. I won't bite, like Mike said. I won't bite. I'm just just ordinary Tongan and Australian, want to help. If I can help in some way, sharing my story or maybe learn from sharing my failures, my success, I'm happy. I'm doing my service to the world by making an impact, influence, and also contribute in some positive way. So I'm grateful for that opportunity. I'm looking forward for anyone that really want to reach out. This is our contact there. This is my one there, and I think Mike will also his contact soon.
And of course, you can always contact me. You can email me at mike@mpmcquillan.com. And of course, you can go to the mpmcquillan.com website to learn more about what Joey and I are doing with Team Executive Network. And of course, our product partner, Isagenix. And of course, you can go to the Freedom, Health and Lifestyle.isagenix.com ISA Body Challenge. Joey's link is also on his details. So if you're in the Southern Hemisphere, if you're in Australia, New Zealand, definitely you want to be reaching out to Joey because Joey's got a great network out there. He's working with a lot of people. If you're in the UK and Ireland, I'm probably, Joey's going to be in bed when you want to help him. You really probably want to kind of reach out to me. But if you go to freedomhealthandlifestyle.isagenix.com, that's going to give you more information. But look, the first thing that I would encourage you to do is the link is in the description. Download your goal sheet, right? Download your goal sheet. Be honest when you're filling it out. Know where you are, know where you want to be, and that difference in the middle is what we're going to work on. And we've got 16 weeks to achieve that. We can set out a plan, a real plan, and give you the tools that you need to achieve your goals, to achieve your health goals. When we're talking about health, we're only talking about the physical health and the mental health, getting your mind right, feeding your body good nutrition, maybe adding a little bit of exercise, some different things like this, maybe just walking. It doesn't matter. Just getting out for a walk, getting into nature. Nature is beautiful, right? Just to be outside, breathing in the fresh air. And of course, we can talk about, the financial health during this process and how you can get your products paid for, right? So this is a really, really straightforward thing. It's not complicated. On a scale of 1 to 10, with 1 being, I'm not really that interested. I like you guys. I like listening along. And 10 being, I'm ready to change something right now. Joey and I, if you're a 9 or a 10, Joey and I want to work with you. So reach out, get in touch. We're here ready and waiting to work with you. So I'm excited about that, Joe. Any final closing thoughts?
Yes, there's a phrase that I learned. I heard it a few times, but I think it comes to my mind. If you want to go fast, you can go by yourself. But how many people go by themselves and reach their goal quickly? But I think if you want to go further, you can go in together. We can go together, and I think
Absolutely.
that's my invitation.
So happy, Joey. I'm so happy and grateful that I'm working with you. That we're working together to do something to make a change, not just in our lives, but give people the opportunity to join with us and make a change in theirs, a positive change. One that's built around nurturing. A change in mindset, one that's built around, belief in yourself, self-confidence, making decisions in life as to what you want and knowing that if you apply yourself, you can achieve anything. This is so important. A simple thing like, losing some weight can make such a difference in somebody's life to give them the confidence they need to go on and do even bigger things. Right. And it's right. Look, when you're doing this kind of stuff, you think, oh my God, like if I lose all this weight, will my friends still like me? Will they be jealous of me? Do you know what? Listen, just it doesn't matter what anybody else thinks. It's what you want. What is it you want? Right? If you want it, you can have it. If you're bothered what everybody else thinks, fine. Go and be miserable. I don't care. I probably sound horrible. I don't mean to be horrible. I care about you. But if you can't be bothered to care about yourself, why should I bother? That is harsh. I know it is. I don't mean it. I want you to know that we're here to help. There's a whole community of people. Maybe you reach out and say, do you know, Mike, listen, I don't really like you. Okay, we'll find you somebody else to work with. That's fine. You don't have to work with me. You can work with somebody else. Look, but my job isn't to, my job is to help you. It's to encourage you. It's to support you. And it's when you fall off the wagon, my job is to reach out and help get you back on. That's it. Now, I don't mean to be mean about it, but maybe you need someone to be a little bit truthful with you and, not accept your excuses that you're making, on a daily basis. If you want to figure out, there's a book called The Magic of Thinking Big. Get a copy of that book, The Magic of Thinking Big, and read chapter 3. It's all about a disease called excuseitis, right? And how we make them all the time, right? To justify, our fake reality that we're creating for ourselves. You don't need it. You don't need those excuses in your life. Anyway, right. Shall we play out? We'll try and play out with Bob, our favorite video. Right. But listen, guys, don't forget, leave some comments. I know you probably hate me because I'm just been mean today. Do you know what I mean? But I don't care. If I've got to be free, if I want to be free, I've got to be me, right? That's the way it is. And I want to be me, right? And I want you to be you. And I want you to have the best life ever. I want you to live the life that you deserve to live, and you do deserve to live it. You deserve to have it. Regardless, but remember, look, you get what you think about. If everything that you have in your life, you have it because you manifested it. You thought about it, and you made a decision to go after it. I want to encourage you to think about how you want to look and feel, 16 weeks from now. How do you want to look and feel? And then convince your mind that you're already feeling that way. And you'll start to move in that direction, start to manifest in that direction. Your body will change from the inside out. So this is what we want. We want to help you in that. In that course, we want to offer you the different tools, the different recommended, reading and different things that you can do. We want you to join with us, right? Look, I'm not beating around the bush. We want you to join with us. It's no more complicated than that, right? So I'm going to try and play out with this, Joe. Always a pleasure. Can't wait next week, right? But we'll be talking in the week anyway, so it'll be fun. But look, don't go anywhere. Hang around, and I'm going to play this. See if I can play this. It didn't play very well the last time, but we'll try it. We'll give it a try.
You see, we are created in a magnificent vibration, in an absolutely magnificent vibration. Born risk takers. Free. That conditioning takes place after birth. You can change it. It takes guts. It takes goals. Now, do you know something? You're sitting there watching this and you're thinking, my God, I'm going to change something. Now we say, keep reminding yourself that you have tremendous reservoirs of potential within you, and therefore you are quite capable of doing anything you set your mind to. You really can. I don't care what the cynics tell you. Quit listening to some of your peers. Now all you must do is figure out how you can do it, not whether you can or not. When are you going to do it? When are you going to do it? You've got to create a sense of urgency. I'm going to do it right now.
If you can see it, you can do it. But the beautiful truth is you can do anything. We got to know there is a place. There is a specific frequency. And if you get on that frequency, you're going to attract what you need to you. This is what it's all about. Why have you been endowed with such awesome powers? If you'll make a committed decision, this I'm going to do. And you don't have to know how. You do not have to know how. The second you make the committed decision, you flip your brain onto the frequency that you have to be on to attract what you have to attract to manifest the thing that you want. If you can see it, you can do it. It's got to be something you want. Wants come from inside. Act like you're already there. Walk, talk, speak, live like you're already there. Don't set a small goal. Don't set something that doesn't really wind your step. Set it so big it jazzes you. It really gets you going. When something of a very high nature resonates with the very high side of you, you'll know it. You'll know it. You will feel it. Feeling is conscious awareness of vibration. The only prerequisite, do you want it? Not do you need it, not could you do it. The only prerequisite is, do you want it? Take the lid off your marvelous mind and dream. For goodness sake, give yourself the right to do that. Get your analytical mind out of the way. Put it in your pocket for a while. All you're doing is exploring, daydreaming. What did Lawrence say? All men dream, but not equally. Those who dream by night in the dusty recesses of their mind waken the day to find that it was vanity. But the dreamers of the day are dangerous men, for they may act their dream with open eyes to make it possible. This I did.
All right, Joe, welcome back. So listen, I'm going to say goodbye. Love you and leave you, right? And we'll catch up in the week again, and we'll be here same time next week. If there's a change, we'll update it. They'll be updated in the schedule on Facebook and YouTube. Don't forget, like, share, subscribe. Tell your mates, right? Doesn't matter. So like, share, subscribe, set the notifications, and I'm going to go and try and get my lighting fixed, or because I'm not going to say anymore. Fuck,
Thank you very much, Mike. Appreciate it.
Later, any closing words? Any final thoughts?
No, I just want to say something about our audience, the people that watching, and also the people that watching the replay. We're proud of you. You make the decision already by watching this and follow this. So we are both grateful for each and every one of you that watch the replay or, want to join our next broadcast. So we are grateful for all of you.
Oh my God, I just realized we're broadcasters now. Can I add that to my TV? I'm a broadcaster. Right? All right, listen. Right, good luck, everybody. Obviously, second Joey's thoughts there. Listen, look, you can do it. You can have anything you want. Reach out, get in touch, and listen. Join us next week. Set it in your diary. Set the notifications. We want to see you. We want to hear your story. We want to hear what's going on for you. Because ideally, Joe, in the future, and maybe we'll have 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 100. I don't know, people on this call, right, that want to share their story. And, they're funny stories. They're funny stories of, how, oh my God, this terrible thing happened. And this is, this was what, I couldn't believe it. All these things. This is what we want, right? We want to build this massive community where people can actually share, where they can feel, loved, right? And
Absolutely.
Feel supported, Right, I'm going before I go off on another run.
Thank you.
See you later.
See you next time.